When I was 2 years old, my mother and father were missionaries with Mission Aviation Fellowship, and we left out of Los Angeles, Southern California, and we headed to then known as Dutch New Guinea, one of the eastern islands of Indonesia. And we were there approximately 8 years, and it's just kind of remarkable as I think back how God used my family and the lives of other missionaries to reach these, what we think of as the Stone Age tribal people of Irian Jaya. And most significantly was a vacation our family took between Christmas and New Year's in 1968. On a particular day, monsoon had come in from the west, and there was a lot of rain and cloud cover, and a relatively new pilot to Irian Jaya. And he got probably 20-30 miles off course to the east, and with a low ceiling cloud above, he tried to make a sharp left-hand turn, and the right wing hit a tree, and the plane crashed. It tumbled down, came apart, started to burn. And in that crash, my father, my mother, my two brothers and my sister, as well as the pilot, all died. And I was 9 years old, almost 10, came out of that as sole survivor. I think what I saw was so horrific that I panicked and ran, and numerous times I wished I would have stayed and helped had I known what to do, and maybe it was God's protection for me that I did not stay and do not clearly remember all that was there. Every time I think about it, I'm just overwhelmed with just God's grace on my life and how He chose to spare my life. I came out injury-free. I was able to get out of that wreckage. The plane happened to crash on a trail that led to a pole bridge, which I crossed the river. It's kind of a whitewater river, and went up the trail on the other side to a village on a plateau. And at 9 years old, and did not know where I was, but this was a tribe called Yalis, and this same village of Yalis, just 3 months before, had killed and cannibalized 2 missionaries, Stan Dale and Phil Masters. These are men that had prepared for the mission field, had come with their families, had kids, and had dedicated and given their lives to the Lord. And God, in His sovereignty and His wisdom, had allowed these 2 missionaries to be killed. And then a month after their death, at this same village, the couple missionaries came in with the Indonesian MPs, military patrol, with the objective to find out who had done the killing and take some prisoners. And then a number of things went wrong, and they ended up killing with a machine gun 2 more Yalis, and only took 1 prisoner. So this whole chain of events happened within 3 months. In 3 months, 11 people died, all in this one area. And it just boggles my mind, just overwhelming to think about the love that God had for these people. We think of them as oftentimes the Stone Age, and God in His sovereignty allowed the 2 missionaries and my entire family and the pilot all to die, and used me at that time as a 9-year-old boy to enter this village. Only one man by the name of Kusaho came out and took care of me for those 2 nights and 3 days. They had begged him not to help in any way, the other villagers, but he came forward and took my hand and set down his spear and arrows first, their weapons, and set those aside, and took my hand and led me back to his hut, and literally kept the fire going at night and to keep me warm, and fed me sweet potatoes. And that then opened the door for others to come in and bring the gospel to these people. And that just, when you step back and think about the bigger picture of Irian Jaya and New Guinea being the 2nd largest island, second only to Greenland, and that plane flying from the south coast crashing at virtually the same place where the missionaries had been killed, and on a trail that I was able to take to one of the few little pole bridges that crosses Whitewater River that led to the same village that the people had killed the missionaries. It is just, every time I think about it, and every time more recently now I've got an opportunity to share this story and help others understand the depth that God has for not only the Yali people, but people all around the world. It truly is an amazing thing.